सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम नमस्ताराय नमः शंभवे च मयो भवे च नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या भक्ति विद्या योग विद्या धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री उमामहेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्राभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि तुलसीदासाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम समस्त श्री रामचंद्र स्वामिनः भक्तेभ्यो रामायण शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह प्राप्ति सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति कल्याणम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराण अंतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनम्। श्री सीता मातुः सहस्रनामावल्याः पारायणं श्री ऋभुगीता शास्त्रस्य पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ श्री रामनाम संकीर्तनम्। ओम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। ओम नमोस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्ये च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ श्री ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रम् उत्तरकांडं षष्ठः सर्गः। श्री महादेव उवाच। लेट अस चैंट फ्रॉम 46। तमः सत्त्वरजः संज्ञाः जगतः कारणं स्थितेः तमो रूपाद्धि नित्यं तामसचेष्टया अत्यन्तं तामसो भूत्वा कृमिकीटत्वमाप्नुयात्। सत्त्वरूपो हि संकल्पः धर्मज्ञानपरायणः अदूरमोक्षसाम्राज्यः सुखरूपो हि तिष्ठति। रजोरूपो हि संकल्पः लोके सव्यवहारवान् परितिष्ठति संसारे पुत्रदारानुरञ्जितः। त्रिविधं तु परित्यज्य रूपमेतत् महामते संकल्पं परमाप्नोति परमात्मपरीक्षये। दृष्टिः सर्वाः परित्यज्य नियम्य मनः सबाह्याभ्यन्तरार्थस्य संकल्पस्य क्षयं कुरु। यदि वर्षसहस्राणि तपश्चरसि दारुणं पातालस्थस्य भूस्थस्य स्वर्गस्तस्यापि तेन घा नान्यः कश्चिदुपायोऽस्ति संकल्पोपशमात् ऋते अनाबाधे विकारे स्वे सुखे परमपावने संकल्पोपशमे यत्नं पौरुषेण परं कुरु संकल्पतन्तौ निखिलाः भावाः प्रोताः किलानघा भिन्ने तन्तौ न जानीमः क्वयान्ति विभवाः पराः निस्सङ्कल्पो यथा प्राप्त व्यवहारपरो भवाम् क्षये सङ्कल्पजालस्य जीवो ब्रह्मत्वमाप्नुयात् अधिगतपरमार्थतामुपेत्य प्रसभमपास्य विकल्पजालमुच्चैः अधिगमय पदं तदद्वितीयं विदधसुखाय सुषुप्तचित्तवृत्तिः इति श्रीमदध्यात्मरामायणान्तर्गत उमामहेश्वरसंवादे उत्तरकाण्डे श्रीवाल्मीकि महर्षि कृत कुशं प्रति ज्ञानोपदेशो नाम पंचमः सर्गः षष्ठः सर्गः ओम शांति 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 friends. How many shastras we are studying? Each of them are unique in their own way in communicating the knowledge of the truth and the means thereby to us. Every one of them are beautiful and chanting. Some of them little sublime like Mandukya Upanishads, some are little simpler ones, some are easy, some are very easy, some are teaching us very precisely also. Easily, precisely teaching Shastras is one of them is our Adhyatma Ramayanam. In this also some prasangas are little tougher, some are easy, some are very easy. If you ask one thing to be very, very, very easy, that is this moksha upaya taught by Valmiki ji to Kusha on his asking toward the end of this Shastra in this sixth Sarga of the Uttarakand. Simple question, how the bondage happens, how the liberation happens. Simple is the answer. How very sweet, very appealing, very direct is the explanation. Pure self, he is without deha, though all pervading, but for him this deha is abode to stay. He has appointed a mantri, ahankara. That aham is the one who does all the tadatmya with the upadhis, superimposes on the self. With the upadhi and its tadatmya, he does everything and that he superimposes on the self. Actually, the self is untouched by any one of them. With this explanation, till this moment which we listen objectively, from this moment it has to be heard subjectively. Understood subject means what? कि ऑब्जेक्टिवली बता रहे हैं कि वो सेल्फ के ऊपर अपना कर्तृत्व को सुपर इम्पोज कर रहा है. His, all his doings, the ego is superimposing on the self. Up to this objective way of saying, we have to understand at this moment subjectively. Means what? I, being the pure, immaculate, untouched self, is being superimposed by the ego of all its doings, and without proper vicharana, I am feeling that I am the ego, the doer and enjoyer of anything and everything. This is the subjective way of seeing it. If you study it only objectively, there is some Atma, uske upar the ego is doing everything and superimposing it. It doesn't help us in our. It's like a kahani of a king with seven children and all that. It won't help us spiritually. It is subjectified. Subjectified. It should be at this moment where I, though being pure self, it is the ego which is empowered by the self, which is doing everything and superimposing on me, because of which the real me is not being comprehended by me. I am hiding to my own self. I am hidden to my own self. What a funny happening. What a funny phenomena. Isn't it? This is the one set of direct, exact, simple explanation given. Second set of explanation given so far is this ego. Inherently, because of its ability to think, and it has got the chitta, which has come from Maya, which has got the three gunas. Therefore, because of each of the guna, it does each of the sankalpas, or identified with each of the upadhi, sthula upadhi, tamoguni, sukshma upadhi, tattva, rajoguni, ityadi, it creates those sankalpas and it does that actions. And the result, it only is reaping that ego. But that ego, in whichever the body it is entering, in that body already Paramatma is there. That ego, all its prarabdha bhoga, all its vasanas, jnanam, ajnanam, again as usual, like in every body, it is superimposing on the self. Second topic discussed. Here, the most important thing is whatever this ego does the sankalpas. Tamogun hua, tamogun sankalpa kiya, he will become krimi kita adi janma. Rajoguna Sankalpa, Rajoguna Kriya, he will come back to the human life. In this human life, with a putra, dara, bandhu, all the property, in that totally he will be lost. And all of that he superimposes on untouched, pure, immaculate self. In the sense, I feel that all of them are to me, whereas I am real self untouched by all that. Same one when the Sattaguna Sankalpas, he does it. The result of that is, Amma, Adura Sattarupo hi Sankalpaha Dharma Jnana Parayanaha. He will be fully established in doing Dharma Karyas, Dharmas, Apne Varnasana Dharma, purifies his Antakarana, then he becomes Jnana Parayana. Does Upasana in between, blessed by the Lord, slowly interest in gaining the Jnana happens to him. As he starts becoming Tattva Jnani, means Tattva Jnana Pane ka marg mein aa gaya. Dekho, so beautiful kindness of Valmiki ji. He says, once he has come to listen to the Tattva Vedanta through Upanishads regularly, Adura Moksha Samrajya. Not very far away, he is from being a monarch of the kingdom of the Moksha. Adura, not very far now. So this is for all of us. Once we have come on to, like once you board the flight, even though it's 5,000, 10,000 kilometers dur, the other country, within 18 hours, 20 hours, you go there. Isn't it? Adura. So, till we enter into Tattva Jnana Marga, how far is the moksha? How many millions of lives? Nobody knows. But once we've entered, it's only being regular to the satsanga, getting the clarity of the Tattva Jnana and Dhyanadi sadhana to reach it out under the guidance of Guru, doing same sadhanas under the supervision of the Guru, bas. And the another assurance is Sukharupo Ahitishtate. Because of the absence of Rajo Tamoguna vrittis and those nonsense karmas, his dukkha's pains get reduced. Accordingly, Sukhi become. Here, Sukha is the inner peace, happiness that I am doing my spiritual sadhana. And while doing the spiritual meditation sadhana, because of trying to purify the heart, some punya karmas are done, a life of honesty is lived, life of values are lived. It gives inner confidence and inner joy. That's the meaning of here Sukharupa Vatishtate, not yet reach the reality. Still is in the guna level only. Next will be told about the Gunatita Sthiti. That's our goal, not this one. So the Jiva, Ahankari, with three sankalpas, doing three karmas, gets three types of results. All of that is superimposed on the self. Even Shastra, Jnanam, Adhyatmika Sadhana, all of them are done by ego and Jiva. They are not required for the Atman. Self is already eternal, immutable it is. Usko nahi karna hai. Now, these Vedantic tricks, tricks means the way it is explained and we have to understand. Unless Guru Ishvara Kripa is there, it won't come to our catch. Lot of many lives वो आपको घुमाते रहेगा, रुलाते रहेगा. Only when you hold on to Guru Charana, like when we are caught up in the outer Maya, held on to Guru and Daiva Charana, they freed that Maya. Here also, how much our struggle, we can't understand the subtlety of Shastra. Finally, when we fall at the feet of Guru or God, when we say Tatastu or bless, then it clicks. The examples of this Mahakavi Kalidas, Tenali Rama, Krishna, you understand? Who examples? In hundreds of examples where Bhagavan Adi Shankara Adi, they have blessed their sevaks, devotees to become disciples and taught them ज्ञान झटके से, just like that. कृपा हुआ तो ऐसा होता है. Okay, now 3. This is the next topic covered. Now comes after this said, now how be attentive. This aham ego, only by misusing the freedom given to him of the sankalpa, that he is getting lost continuously. Every sankalpa is a seed sown for getting bound in samsara. You asked about moksha. Oh my dear Kusha, where moksha lies? Only in sankalpa tyaga. So from dussankalpa to come to satsankalpa, from satsankalpa to the nissankalpa. The moment we are able to drop the sankalpa consciously, when you drop sankalpa unconsciously, we enter into nidra. But that is not liberation or realization. It's only conditional expression. But consciously, when you transcend sankalpas, you are one with the reality. Moksha. Therefore, sankalpa, by creating the whole world, putting us in the world, binds us. When you transcend all sankalpas, you are sankalpa atita, one with the Brahma Tattva. That is what is the portion next, he says. Okay. Adura moksha samrajya rukshuka rupo hi tishtati. ये सत्व गुण संकल्प करने वाला सात्विक. Then rajo rupo hi sankalpa. When he does the rajo rupa sankalpa, lokesa vyavaharavan. Again and again he will be born as a human being, and lot of vyavahara is lost in that only. Like paritishthati samsare putradara anuranjitaha. He will make them happy, they will make him happy. He is totally lost in that putradara, that type of samsaric मजा मजा, the रजोगुणी, जो अभी हम क्लास में आने से पहले करके आए और उसके बाद भी रजोगुणी. 3 गुण, 3 संकल्पास, 3 ways of our life. Now, trividham tu parityajya. When all the 3 sankalpas are transcended, given up, rupam etat mahamate, a trividha rupam, all the 3 types of sankalpa, when he mahamati, kusha, when one is able to give them up, transcend, then trividham tu parityajya rupam etat mahamate sankalpam, then paramapnoti. Paramatma parikshaye, he will reach to the Supreme Self, which is the ultimate thing to reach out to. Okay? So, Trividham tu parityajya rupametat mahamate. So, when the 3 sankalpas are dropped, 3 gunas, 3 gunatmaka chitta is dropped, then the ultimate is reached. This is how it is. It is in our hands. Wherein, by dropping all the 3 Gunarupi vrittis, we can dissolve the presence of chitta. Chitta, be attentive. Pure consciousness, chitta. With the sankalpas of 3 guna is chitta. The word chitta is sattvic, chitta is rajasic, chitta is tamasic, depending on the vrittis, which we have studied in the initial days, 400 days back, in our what you call Yoga Darshana Shastra, Shurvatme. Isn't it? In the initial sutras. Today is the 400 days of our Yoga Darshanam class. From that chitta, which has got vrittis of 3 types, when all these 3 types of sattvic, rasic, tamasic vrittis are dropped, the chitta means the ta kara goes away. Then what remains is chitta, the pure self. Okay, that is why what is sadhana? Therefore, trividham tu parityajya rupametan mahamate sankalpam param apnoti. Parama atma parikshaye. This is the way one can reach to the self. How to start from the sadhanas? Again he says, first, drushti sarvaha parityajya. First thing we have to do in spiritual sadhana is all the drushti of the indriyas towards the indriya vastus, we have to drop. This is a basic spiritual sadhana. Tasmatvam indriyanyado niyamya bharatarshava. Then only we become antarmukha. When our interest through senses is on the sense objects, always we are bahirmukha. We are always in the delusion of ragadesha kama krodha. Therefore, drushti hi sarvaha parityajya is the first sadhana. indicated by Valmiki ji. The meaning of it is not allowing sense organs to go into the trap of the sense objects. With all goodwill only, that the self which is inside me, I want to recognize it and get liberated. For that purpose, this is an inevitable sadhana. ऐसे समझदारी के साथ giving up all the दृष्टि. Dushti sarva paritijya is equal to indriya nigraha dhamma sadhana. Second one is what? Manasa manaha niyamya. Controlling the mind lower by the higher intellect. Here the mana niyamanam is, again, mana is not allowed to do any sankalpas because buddhi is there behind it, holding it and using the mana to only think about the Paramatma which is heard from the Shastras. दिस इज सेम मनसा मन नियम्य एवं बुद्धे है परम बुद्ध्वा. थर्ड चैप्टर कहते हैं. इवन द सिक्स्थ चैप्टर आल्सो बुद्ध्या धृति गृहीतया मनसा मन नियम्य with the higher intellect controlling the lower mind to from its outgoing tendency through the senses or its own swabhava inside of मनोराज्य. मनसा मन नियम्य. देखो ये बढ़िया बात है. I only in my own mind went on telling to have so many thoughts about so many worldly things. That's how the mind today is with us with such a disturbed nature. Me only in my own mind when I do the sankalpa of I don't want any of these thoughts. After a few years we can see our own mind is in our control without any disturbance. So manasa manaha niyamya. In Upanishads also. So many places, same sadhana is indicated to us. So manasa manaha niyamya means with the higher intellect, the lower minds, vagaries of all sorts are quietened. Neither allow it to go to nidravastha, that is the Mudha Bhumika, nor allowing it to go to Kshipta Vikshipta Bhumika. That is called ki manasa manaha niyamya. Then sabahya abhyantararthasya sankalpasya kshayam kuru. This is the important thing. Sabahya abhyantara arthasya sankalpasya. Artha means object of enjoyment. Bahya outside, abhyantara inside. About the enjoyment of the objects of outside and inside, sankalpasya kshayam kuru. Totally give up that sankalpas. This is what in one line said in 6th chapter. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan asheshatah. Same thing in Gaudapada Karika. Manasohyamini bhave. Manasohi amani bhave. He says that. Again I am telling. Bahya abhyantara arthasya sankalpasya kshayankur. Artha means objects. Object of enjoyment. ये सारे objects है ना हमारे मन में आना. Important towards them. I want them. Without them I cannot live. All of them are nothing but the wretched sankalpa. Only sankalpa. When you can drop, everything goes away. You know, like any of the fruit seasons come, just like that. अभी शरीफा का सीजन है, सीताफल. आप एक शरीफा दिखा, धीरे मन में संकल्प हो जाते. I have to buy them, buy good. All are mango season आ गए mango. Imagine that mango season खत्म हो रहा है. Last few days, every mango of the whole country you buy and eat. Slowly when we know mangoes, संकल्प चला जाता है. And in this specially rainy winter season, so mango का thought भी नहीं आता till I remind you in the class. गया संकल्प. When the sankalp is not there, the mango, going to the mango shop, buying it, cutting. Do we have all of that samsara? नहीं है ना? Then as the season comes, it's all sankalpa. Example. Same way, an object, its existence, its utility value, it has a sukha, I must possess it at every effort and cost. All of them are sankalpa. The one who gives up sankalpa, he is earnest sannyasi. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi, yoga rudastada uchyate. 6th chapter में 5th chapter में काम्यानाम करणाम न्यासम. वहां भी कहते हैं काम्य कर्मों का संकल्प छोड़ो, वही संन्यास है. Aha. So here फर्स्ट थिंग इज टोल्ड वाज सारे दृष्टियों को छोड़ देना, मन को मन से कंट्रोल करना, एंड ऑल बाह्य अभ्यंतर एंजॉयबल ऑब्जेक्ट्स का संकल्प त्याग करना. सब बाह्याभ्यंतर से संकल्प से क्षय करो. द मोमेंट द संकल्प क्षय इज ओवर, इज अचीव्ड, मोक्ष इज अचीव्ड. दिस वर्ड वाल्मीकि जी समराइज हो गया साधना. सेम थिंग वशिष्ठ जी ने योग वासिष्ठ ही सेस कि वासनाक्षय मनोनाश आत्म प्राप्ति. Then in the Samta Pranta Bhumika or Sapta Sadhanas also, Shubhecha, Vicharana, Tanumanasa, Arthapatti, Asamsakti, Padartha, Bhavani, Turyaga. We will study all of that when you study Yoga Patha nahi, Yoga Vasishta. लॉर्ड राम को जो वशिष्ठ जी ने पढ़ाया, फाइनली वही है. रिमेंबर थ्री थिंग्स: वासना क्षय, मनोनाश, आत्मदर्शन. हियर मनोनाश मीन्स संकल्प जीरो हो गए. Okay, when the sankalpas are used for Paramatma, because the sankalp करने का मन अभी habitually है, Paramatma's thinking is not a vasana. Therefore, mind is working, vasanas are not forming, and the existing vasanas getting exhausted through various means. Some vasanas get burnt in the heat of tapasya, heat of upasana, heat of the japa, heat of the prayers. Some go through the experiences, some in the dream. हमें क्या लेना देना? We have to get rid of all the vasanas. Then all वासना क्षय हो गए. देन वासनाओं के कारण ही मन बन रहा था. मन संकल्प उसका भी डिसअपियरेंस होएगा. What remains is the self. Therefore, what is the final thing to be achieved? Sankalpasya kshayam kuru. Now, in the next 1.5 श्लोक में श्री वाल्मीकि जी कहते हैं, you may do million number of sadhanas, upasanas, yajnas, and go to every lokas, including to Brahmadeva's loka, and you yourself may become Brahmadeva there. Yet, other than the sankalpa nasha arthyaga, there is no way for moksha. No, today or these few days, because of this study of Adhyatma Ramayana, Valmiki's teachings, one of the very, very crucial, important thing, we got it or not. He says it. What is he? Yadi Varsha Sahasrani, thousands of years, Tapaha Charasi, you are doing variety of tapas. Dharunam, terrible tapasyas you are doing. And as a result of that, Patalastasya, you reach to Patala Loka. Bhustasya, you are in the Bhumi everywhere, anywhere. Swargastasya, you may have reached even Swargadi. E Anaga, oh sinless. Kusha, na anya kaschid upaya asti. There is no other upaya for the moksha other than sankalpa upashamat arute. Other than removing of the sankalpas, संकल्पों का उपशम के अलावा there is no other marga asti or upaya asti. As an answer to your question, how to get moksha? संकल्प त्याग एवं मोक्ष है ना. We have told you yesterday the shloka, kama janami te moolam. With the kamana only the whole world happens. Where from the kamana is coming? Sankalpad tvam hi jayase. You are born because of sankalpa. Natvaham sankalpa ishyami. Therefore, I have decided not to do the sankalpa. Tena mena bhavishyasi. You will not be there a kamana to disturb me. So, though it is the shloka hinting at the kamana arises because of sankalpa, in total, it is sankalpa only creates the whole world, binds us to the world. और हम पूरे जगत का संकल्प करने में माहिर है. स्पिरिचुअल संकल्प करो बोले तो नहीं करते. इसलिए हमने कहा बीच में दुस्संकल्प से सत्संकल्प, सत्संकल्प से निस्संकल्प. जैसे में दुस्संग टू सत्संग, सत्संग टू निस्संग, दुर्मार्ग से सन्मार्ग, सन्मार्ग से परमात्मा का मार्ग. So we have to. So that is why Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpamastu, Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpamastu. That Shiva Sankalpa Stotra or Sukta hai. We will study that during our Stotra classes. Lagta rahega wo anyway. So other than Sankalpa Upashama, there is no way for moksha. Other than Sankalpa Upashama, there is no way for moksha. The Sankalpa Tyaga is done in the Nidra also. not that Nidra Rupi Sankalpa sent into the Laya Avastha only to wake up after 6 hours. No. Here the Sankalpa is through the Jnanam of the Tattva, by trying to meditate on the Tattva, by exhausting all the Vasanas and consciously not allowing our Sankalpas to come. Now again, when any of the objects of the world valued in the mind, Sankalpa comes. So too when the mind leaks through the sense organs, again toward the object, Sankalpa comes. Therefore, इसलिए वहाँ कहा दृष्टि परित्यज्य मनसाह मननियम्य बाह्य अभ्यंतर अर्थस्य संकल्पस्य क्षयम्. Now understood what is the need of these three sadhanas? Why we have to, all drishtis we have to give up? Otherwise the mind leaks through them and creates sankalpa. And again, why the mind has to be controlled by the intellect? Because habitually mind's only job is sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. इसलिए उस बुद्धि से मन का अनेक संकल्प होने नहीं देना. थर्ड वन, सबाह्य अभ्यंतर अर्थस्य संकल्प से क्षयं कुरु means here artham is valuing. Other than the self, don't value anything as important. When this is done, then sankalpa kshaya ho jata hai. That is moksha. Other than the sankalpa upashama, wherever you go with whatever your yajna upasana, you may achieve greater higher positions, etc., but not moksha. In this way, now अनाबाधे विकारे स्वे सुखे परम भावने संकल्पोपशमे यत्नम पौरुषेण परम कुरु. देखो, दिस गोes in line with what was said in yoga darshanam, है ना? What is that? जाति देश काल समय अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौमा महाव्रता. Were we not told that? So too in the initial days when the abhyasa was explained, tattu Dirghakala Nairantarya Satkara Sevita Dudabhumi. Here also Bhagavan says Sankalpa Upashame Yatnam Paurushena Param Kuru. So Paurushena Sankalpa Upashame Param Yatnam Kuru. With all your Purushartha Samarthya, put all your efforts to do the Upashama of the Sankalpa. Oh my dearest Kusha, that is the way for moksha. And before that, anabade avikare sve sukhe paramapavane. In the interest of recognizing the paramapavana sukhaswarupa vikara rahita, your own self, in which the actual parama ananda lies, which you call it as moksha. To reach to that state, which we call as moksha, to reach to that state, with all your purusha prayatna, sankalpa upashama kuru. So next two shlokas we will tell, by just meditate on the self. Other than that, don't allow any sankalpa. Whatever the work comes in front of you, like that Jada Bharata, just do it with minimum attention, not allowing any sankalpas to be created. In this way, keep on living. उसको योगा भाषा में भर्जित बीजवत, the mana losing its capacity of sankalpas. And that atrophying of the mind is called spiritual evolution. Atrophying the mind. That atrophying of the mind is done by the people in the miseries, through the drinks also, through the drugs also, through the sleeping pills also. That mechanical, destructive, wretched thing we are not talking. Enough? Here in the initial days, by taking the name of the Lord and Lord related, which don't have the capacity of further creating the sankalpas, we reduce the sankalpa pravrutti of the worldliness. Later on trying to focus on pure conscious self, which is beyond the mind, the mind's mentation goes away. That's called as sankalpa nivrutti. For that, you keep on trying. 2-3 more thoughts in this regard, and the conclusion of this chapter with 3 beautiful shlokas we will achieve tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most valuable golden day, cherishable day, beautiful day, respectable day. Really celebration karne wala din hai. So tomorrow we do this chapter. Exactly 6th chapter ending on the December 6th, where we got our Rama Mandira back in Ayodhya. Thank God, those people who have sacrificed, उन सबको तो मुक्ति तो मिल ही गई होगी. That was the beginning. 92 it started. Never mind 2024. सो इट टुक 24.8 पूरे 32 साल लगे, जो 32,000 श्लोक वाला योग वासिष्ठ की तरह. नेवर माइंड, वी आर गोइंग टू गेट दैट आल्सो जनवरी 22. आई थिंक सो ना, राम मंदिर का उद्घाटन होगा. सो टुमारो वी विल डू दिस चैप्टर. थैंक यू. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. है ना, श्री राम विजय दिवस टुमारो, अयोध्या विजय दिवस, ऐसे कुछ नाम देना चाहिए. 6th December. Great, great. You know, within few hours of the time, all that is done and all. ऐसा करना पड़ता है, otherwise you can't get back your own, in your own Hindu Sanatana Dharma Desha. We are the suppressed fellows. See what nonsense this Tamil Nadu MP talked about. When this Desha Bhakta party has won in those 3 states, the true Bhakta party. See the loose sentences. And these people of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, they select or elect those adharmic people only as the leaders. शर्म नहीं करते. वाह, कभी कभी बॉइलिंग होती है, बट वी क्वाइटन इट बिकॉज दिस इज हाउ द माइंड्स ऑफ द जीवास आर देयर. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी आर इन दिस पीरियड. Again, with our sadhana, we'll eject out of this useless group of Nastikas and we'll be in the group of the Astika only. That is secondary. Primarily, our study of Shastras should give us power to do our own inner sadhana, outside also to support the Sanatana Dharma. Anyway, this can be included every day. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृतकलशस्थाय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्री महाविष्णवे नमः. ओम भाग्याब्धिचन्द्रिका भक्तचित्तकेकि घनाघना रोगभरदं होलिर्मृत्युदार कुठारिकायै नमो नमः. नासै रोगहरै सौवीरा जपत निरन्तर हनुमत वीरा. ओम श्री हनुमद्वीराय नमः. ओम श्री हनुमते 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 नमः. शिवस्मरणम्. ओम ओम नमः शिवाय. 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 ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मीनारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मीनारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. ओम नमो भगवते श्री लक्ष्मी नारसिंहाय प्रह्लादाय च. राम नाम. ओम राम 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 Rama 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 Rama. Friends, till yesterday we have done Rama Sahasranamavali. A day before 10 days was Hanuman Sahasranamavali. Lucky we are from today 10 days. We will do Sri Sita Mata's Sahasranamavali daily 100. Start. Om Ata Shri Sita Matu Sahasranamavali. Om Sitaye Namaha. Om Umaye Namaha. Om Paramaye Namaha. Om Shaktiye Namaha. Om Anantaye Namaha. Om Nishkalaye Namaha. Om Amalaye Namaha. Om Shantaye Namaha. Om Maheshwarye Namaha. Om Nityaye Namaha. Om Shashwatye Namaha. Om Paramaksharaye Namaha. ओम अचिंत्याय नमः ओम केवलाय नमः ओम अनंताय नमः ओम शिवात्मने नमः ओम परमात्मिकाय नमः ओम अनाद्यै नमः ओम अव्ययाय नमः ओम शुद्धाय नमः ओम देवात्मने नमः ओम सर्वगोचराय नमः ओम एकानेकविभागस्थाय नमः ओम मायातीताय नमः ओम सुनिर्मलाय नमः ओम महामाहेश्वर्यै नमः ओम शक्ताय नमः ओम महादेव्यै नमः ओम निरंजनाय नमः ओम काष्ठाय नमः ओम सर्वान्तरस्थाय नमः ओम चिच्छक्त्यै नमः ओम अतिलालसाय नमः ओम जानक्यै नमः ओम मिथिलानन्दाय नमः ओम राक्षसान्तविधायिन्यै नमः ओम रावणान्तकर्यै नमः ओम रम्यारामवक्षस्थलालयाय नमः ओम उमायै नमः ओम सर्वात्मिकाय नमः ओम विद्याय नमः ओम ज्योतिरूपाय नमः ओम अयुताक्षर्यै नमः ओम शान्त्यै नमः ओम सर्वेषां प्रतिष्ठाय नमः ओम निवृत्त्यै नमः ओम अमृतप्रदाय नमः ओम व्योममूर्ते नमः ओम व्योममय्यै नमः ओम व्योमाधाराय नमः ओम अच्युताय नमः ओम लताय नमः ओम अनादिनिधनाय नमः ओम योषाय नमः ओम कारणात्माय नमः ओम कलाकुलाय नमः ओम नन्दप्रथमजाय नमः ओम नाभ्यै नमः ओम अमृतस्यान्तसंश्रयाय नमः ओम प्राणेश्वरप्रियाय नमः ओम मातामह्यै नमः ओम महिषवाहिन्यै नमः ओम प्राणेश्वर्यै नमः ओम प्राणरूपाय नमः ओम प्रधानपुरुषेश्वर्यै नमः ओम सर्वशक्त्यै नमः ओम कलायै नमः ओम काष्ठायै नमः ओम इन्दवे नमः ओम ज्योत्स्नायै नमः ओम महिमास्पदाय नमः ओम सर्वकार्यनियन्त्र्यै नमः ओम सर्वभूतेश्वरेश्वर्यै नमः ओम अनाद्यै नमः ओम अव्यक्तगुणाय नमः ओम महानन्दाय नमः ओम सनातन्यै नमः ओम आकाशयोन्यै नमः ओम योगस्थायै नमः ओम सर्वयोगेश्वरेश्वर्यै नमः ओम शवासनाय नमः ओम चितान्तस्थाय नमः ओम महेश्यै नमः ओम वृषवाहनाय नमः ओम बालिकाय नमः ओम तरुण्यै नमः ओम वृद्धाय नमः ओम वृद्धमात्रे नमः ओम जरातुराय नमः ओम महामायाय नमः ओम सुदुष्पूराय नमः ओम मूलप्रकृत्यै नमः ओम ईश्वर्यै नमः ओम संसारयोन्यै नमः ओम सकलाय नमः ओम सर्वशक्तिसमुद्भवाय नमः ओम संसारसाराय नमः ओम दुर्वाराय नमः ओम दुर्निरीक्ष्याय नमः ओम दुरासदाय नमः ओम सीतामात्रे नमः. Friends, all these names, they are the leelas done by that particular devata in one or the other yuga or the time. One. Second is, to different devotees, these devata rupas have appeared and blessed this way. Basing on all these names are there. Don't get confused. With each name, there is some story behind. Either it can be the guna of that great devata, leela of that devata, swarupa of that devata, anugraha of that devata, shakti of that devata. One or the other, these things are indicated through each of those names. Whichever the names meaning we know, if we can contemplate on that, our job is done. Now let us do our Paarayanam of RIBHU Gita without break. Today also let us do 24 mantras. Om Ata Shri Shivarasye RIBHU Gita Atha Shashtodhyayah Ishwaraha. Om Vratani Mithya Bhuvanani Mithya Bhavadi Mithya Bhavanani Mithya Bhayam Cha Mithya Bharanadi Mithya Bhuktam Cha Mithya Bahubandha Mithya वेदाश्च मिथ्या वचनानि मिथ्या वाक्यानि मिथ्या विविधानि मिथ्या वित्तानि मिथ्या वेदादि मिथ्या विधुश्च मिथ्या विषयादि मिथ्या गुरुश्च मिथ्या गुणदोष मिथ्या गुह्यं च मिथ्या गणना च मिथ्या गतिश्च मिथ्या गमनं च मिथ्या सर्वं च मिथ्या गदितं च मिथ्या वेदशास्त्रपुराणाञ्च कार्यं कारणमीश्वरः लोको भूतं जनं चैव सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः बन्धो मोक्षः सुखं दुःखं ध्यानं चित्तं सुरासुराः गौणं मुख्यं परं चान्यत् सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः वाचा वदति यत्किञ्चित् सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः संकल्पात् कल्प्यते यद्यत् मनसा चिन्त्यते च यत् बुद्ध्या निश्चीयते किञ्चित् चित्तेन नीयते क्वचित् प्रपञ्चयो पञ्चते यद्यत् सर्वं मिथ्येति प्रपञ्चे पञ्चते यद्यत् सर्वं मिथ्येति निश्चयः श्रोत्रेण श्रूयते यद्यत् नेत्रेण च निरीक्ष्यते नेत्रं श्रोत्रं गात्रमेव सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः इदमित्येव निर्दिष्टम् इदमित्येव कल्पितं यद्यद्वस्तु परिज्ञातं सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः कोऽहं किं तदिदं सोऽहम् अन्यो वाचयते न हि यद्यत् सम्भाव्यते लोके सर्वं मिथ्येति निश्चयः सर्वाभ्यास्यं सर्वगोप्यं सर्वकारणविभ्रमः सर्वभूतेति वार्ता च मिथ्येति च विनिश्चयः सर्वभेदप्रभेदो वा सर्वसङ्कल्पविभ्रमः सर्वदोषप्रभेदश्च सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः रक्षको विष्णुरित्यादि ब्रह्मसृष्टेस्तु कारणं संहारे शिव इत्येवं सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः स्नानं जपस्तपो होमः स्वाध्यायो देवपूजनं मन्त्रो गोत्रं च सत्सङ्गः सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः सर्वं मिथ्या जगन्मिथ्या भूतं भव्यं भवत्तथा नास्ति नास्ति विभावेन सर्वं मिथ्या न संशयः चित्तभेदो जगद्भेदः अविद्यायाश्च सम्भवः अनेककोटिब्रह्माण्डाः सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो लोकत्रयेषु सद्भावः गुणदोषादिजृम्भणं सर्वदेशिकावर्तोक्तिः सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो उत्कृष्टं च निकृष्टं च उत्तमं मध्यमं च यत् ओङ्कारं चाप्यकारं च सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो यद्यज्जगति दृश्येत यद्यज्जगति वीक्ष्यते यद्यज्जगति वर्तेत सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो येन केनाक्षरेणोक्तं येन केनापि सङ्गतं येन केनाविनीतं तत् सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो येन केनापि गदितं येन केनापि मोदितं येन केनापि च प्रोक्तं सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो येन केनापि यद्दत्तं येन केनापि यत्कृतं यत्र कुत्र जलस्नानं सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो यत्र यत्र शुभं कर्म यत्र यत्र च दुष्कृतं यद्यत् करोषि सत्येन सर्वं मिथ्येति निश्चिनो इदं सर्वमहं सर्वं ब्रह्मेति निश्चिनो यत्किञ्चित् प्रतिभातं च सर्वं मिथ्येति निश्चिनो. See, first everything is said as mithya, then everything said as Brahman. Means other than Brahman, everything is mithya. This we have to work out on the Sita meditation through Shastra Adhyatma. Om Shanti 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 Om. RIBHU Gita is a beautiful text. Good way to keep it up for Paarayanam at least. Narayana. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय दाशरथाय विद्महे सीतावल्लभं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो व्यासो तत्त्वं तन्नो विद्महे मंगलं गुरुदेवाय व्यास. बोल सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. वावर चंद्रचूड़ भगवान की जय। रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग भाष्य समापन योग दर्शन अध्यात्म रामायण सूत संहिता शिवपुराण रघुगीता समस्त धर्म वैदिक संस्कृति श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय। वेद व्यास देव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। वेद व्यास वशिष्ठ वाल्मीकि विश्वास तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय। वेद व्यास वैशंपायन ढोल के आद्य शंकराचार्य ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। हिरण्यगर्भ कपिल पतंजलि व्यास आदि योग दर्शनाचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मृति जय। राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे आदि बराशक्ति माता की जय। श्री जानकी माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म वैदिक संस्कृति की हिंदव संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय। धन्यवाद। Yes, friends. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Be regular.